Hello aspirants, welcome to Patriot Indian. So you people must have gone through the recent speech of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, and where our Prime Minister has spoken about Sapta Dhara, that is seven streams of strength, which are very important for Viksit Bharat 2047 mission. So let us understand what are these seven streams which would strengthen our economy and which would guide us towards Viksit Bharat mission of 2047. These streams are manufacturing, agriculture, technology, Gati Shakti, defense, green plus blue economy, and soft power. Let us go through them one by one. So, the core idea or why do we need Saptadhara is like since India is aiming to become a Viksit nation by 2047, we need economic strength, technological capability, strategic autonomy, and sustainable growth along with global influence. So all these factors would determine our ability or else our capability to become Viksit state. And the Saptadhara would only enhance our journey towards becoming Viksit Bharat. So, Saptadhara or Shakti ki Saptadhara means seven streams of strength that can accelerate India's next phase of development. Like I said, uh, it is best understood as a strategic development framework, not a single welfare scheme or one budgetary program. So, Saptadhara is a holistic framework which would take us towards larger destinations, that is Viksit Bharat by 2047, with self-reliance, competitiveness, and national capability at the core. The seven streams that are agriculture, frontier technology, infrastructure, defense, sustainability, and global influence will have a holistic we are going to take forward a holistic approach towards the welfare or towards the development of a nation through all the seven streams. So the seven streams here you can have a look at them. The seven streams are manufacturing, agriculture, technology, Gati Shakti, defense, green and blue economy, soft power. So once again, please read them very carefully. Manufacturing, agriculture, technology, Gati Shakti, defense, green plus blue economy, and soft power. These streams would mutually reinforce one another and strengthen our nation. So, manufacturing power. Manufacturing power, the major focus would be on MSMEs, electronics, semiconductors, and value added exports. For example, we use MSMEs and large firms together so that local suppliers and global scale production can happen at the same time. Like we say, industrialization of villages. Okay, that is the aim. And here also we are moving from low value assembly towards design components, capital goods, and high value manufacturing. We're aiming to reduce strategic import dependence in electronics and also compete on higher value at lower cost. So this is our aim with regards to manufacturing power. Now agriculture and food production. The main agenda of agriculture and food production is farm to food or farm to table. That is natural and chemical free agriculture, processing food processing and also export. Here, the main targets are modernize agriculture through technology, irrigation efficiency, mechanization, and better market access, and push food processing units so that farmers can have high profits or agriculture can at least become profitable. Promoting chemical free natural farming and also through viable means, that is sustainability. Building integrated farm to export chains for products such as millets, spices, and fruits. Now, technology and innovation. Technology and innovation, the main focus would be AI, semiconductors, space, quantum, and digital public infrastructure. Coming to AI also, the Prime Minister have also spoken about AI skilling of 1 crore youth in his latest speech. So the technology and AI innovation, the technology and innovation component usually have building domestic capability in these areas and move from being a large user of technology to a developer. The main agenda is to become a developer from user. connect university, startups, industry and government, research and development, use digital public infrastructure as a platform for inclusion, innovation and scale. Okay, Gati Shakti. Like we know, Gati Shakti. What do we understand by Gati Shakti? That is connecting infrastructure, logistics and markets on one system. Multi-dimensional connectivity, logistics, rail, road, ports, airports. This is the main objective of our Gati Shakti, that is seamless connectivity. And also reduce the pilferages in the logistics sector. So here, integrate multimodal transport rather than developing isolated infrastructure assets. Here we are trying to interlink different modes of transport so that we can achieve seamless connectivity. And logistic time and cost to improve export competitiveness. We are trying to lower the logistics time and use geospatial planning and inter-ministerial coordination to reduce duplication and delays. Connect production clusters, farms, ports, cities and border regions so that the overall cost would come down and efficiency would go up. So this is our agenda with Gati Shakti. Defense power. Main objective of defense power is indigenization, and the primary focus would be drones, missiles, hypersonics and defense exports. We want to become India is one of the largest defense importer. From importer, India aims to become an exporter and treat defense technology as an innovation engine with civilian spillovers. Invest in emerging domains such as hypersonics, counter drone systems and integrated air defense. And apart from that, we are also planning to deepen indigenization of platforms, engines, sensors, missiles, drones and electronic systems. Green and blue economy. Green and blue economy. Renewable technology, green, such as green hydrogen, oceans, fisheries, maritime economy. So, green and blue economy. Expand renewable energy, green hydrogen, energy efficiency, and other lower carbon technologies. Strengthen nuclear and domestic energy capability as part of energy security and use oceans for sustainable fisheries, shipping ports, offshore resources, and coastal tourism. Apart from this, we are trying to balance growth with ecosystem protection, resilience, and livelihoods. So the overall objective is sustainability. Soft power diplomacy. Like India wants to leverage uh, its soft power tactics such as yoga, Ayurveda, cuisine, craft, cinema, literature, education, heritage, and so on. And also, India wants to use tourism and cultural diplomacy to generate jobs, exports, and people to people ties. Along with soft power, India wants to expand influence through the global south, especially diaspora networks and knowledge partnership, and convert civilizational capital into contemporary innovation, education, global public goods. Okay, so more or less, India wants to focus on soft power through its culture and shared history, and also its value system. Okay, why the seven streams must move together? Seven streams should move together because uh, here each stream would enable the other stream, or each stream would connect with the other stream so that the overall production could improve. For example, inputs like suppose research, skills, capital, resources. Then engines would be manufacturing, agriculture, technology. Then connectors would be Gati Shakti, digital network, logistics. The outcome would be jobs, export, security, sustainability, influence. So this is how all the seven streams are connected to each other. One, if you target one stream, the other stream is automatically it would get. I mean, if you target these streams together, automatically it would boost job opportunities and also sustainability, security, and also would improve India's economic position or standing. Why Sapta Dhara is important? Sapta Dhara is important because it would provide us a holistic approach, that is a whole of economy view. It links traditional sectors with frontier technology instead of treating them separately. For example, agriculture with AI. It would boost or enhance productivity. And also strategic autonomy. Domestic manufacturing, chips, energy, and defense reduce vulnerability to external shocks, especially like after this Iran and Israel war. We all know, especially in energy crisis along the Strait of Hormuz. So, in those kind of vulnerable situations, and also if by any chance there happens a blockade by China, especially like since and China is very good at. I mean, China has critical minerals. So, if by any chance, if there should be any diplomatical I'm sorry, if by any chance, if there are any diplomatical problems with China, we should be self-resilient. So strategic autonomy would enhance our or improve our position. Productivity and jobs. Ultimately, the target is productivity and jobs and export competitiveness. Farm to market chains, logistics, manufacturing, soft power can expand India's global footprint. Sustainability. Green and blue growth adds an ecological constraint to the development model. And global influence. With the soft power, India can improve its global influence. Since we have large diaspora and we are culturally connected to other nations, and soft power would only enhance our influence in the global arena. So Sapta Dhara scheme has taken a 2047 lens that is designed around long-term capability building rather than only short-term output. So policy ecosystem already visible. Here I have mentioned few schemes. For example, manufacturing scheme, production linked incentives, PM Mitra scheme, semiconductor ecosystem, and agriculture PM Kisan, Fasal Bima Yojana, technology India AI, Gati Shakti PM Gati Shakti, Bharat Mala, Sagar Mala, defense Make in India, IDEX, defense corridors, green and blue economy, National Green Hydrogen Mission, renewable nuclear Sagar Mala, sustainable fisheries, and soft power, yoga, diplomacy, Ayurveda, tourism, heritage, etc. So we're already there, but what we are trying to do is integrate all these seven streams so that we can have a holistic achievement or else holistic development. Youth are the cross-cutting multiplier. Like as I've already mentioned, in 2020 speech of Honorable Prime Minister, uh, it was proposed that training 1 crore youth in artificial intelligence and expanding free online coaching for competitive examinations. So we are also doing that. And apart from that, we want to enhance research, AI talent, semiconductor engineers, and startup founders. And since every sector needs skilled technicians, especially manufacturing and agriculture, defense, soft power, any sector you take, we all need skilled technicians, engineers, managers, entrepreneur. So all this can happen through training, especially training in AI to maximum possible number of youth would help us achieve our dream of this. Okay, and there are certain evidences. For example, by May 2026, the Union Cabinet had approved 12 semiconductor projects under the India Semiconductor Mission with an investment around 1.64 lakh crores. And electronics production rising from about 1.9 lakh crore to about 1 lakh crore in 2024 to 25. Defense fourfold growth in defense production over the preceding 12 years, and agriculture, chemical free agriculture and integrated farm to export chains as a priority. Critical evaluation. So, what will determine success? One is execution capacity. First thing is like we should not have, or else like we should minimize the pilferages. And apart from that, quality of jobs matters. Rather than taking jobs at the shop floor, we should focus much on the quality of the jobs. For example, researchers, engineers, and entrepreneurs. These kind of I mean like skilled jobs, this is needed. And technology must diffuse. Frontier innovation should not remain concentrated in a few firms or cities. There should not be technological divides. Everyone should have an access to technology, and innovation should not remain to few cities only. Environmental trade-offs. Infrastructure, industry, mining, and maritime expansion need strong safeguards. Federalism and inclusion. Benefits must reach smaller cities, farmers, MSME, women, and disadvantaged regions. And outcome measurement. Success should be judged by productivity, jobs, exports, resilience, and human development, not only announcements. So here I have given a critique. Saptadhara is strongest when read as a capability building framework. Its test is whether the seven streams translate into broad-based sustainable outcomes. Okay. So why does it matter for UPSC or other competitive examinations? For GS3, Indian economy, manufacturing, and GS2, governance and IR, GS1, culture, heritage, tourism, and it is all needed. And there is a memory trick to understand or to remember the seven streams. MAT, GD, GS. Uh, what is it? MAT, GD, GS. Manufacturing, agriculture, technology, Gati Shakti, defense, green blue economy, soft power. MAT, GD, GS. Okay. So, so the central message: India's next phase of development cannot depend on one engine. We need to have multi-sectoral development. These are the key sources. Okay, fine. Thank you for joining us, and please do let us know in the comment section.